right. Let's bring in the chats real quick. Where the fuck is everybody? What the hell? Where's everybody at? I'm gonna start swinging. Joking. See here. It looks like Instagram is up and running. Facebook is good. YouTube is good. Where the fuck is everybody? Hello. Maybe. Oh, here we go. I'm here. Who cares about everyone else? Absolutely, Trent. Absolutely. I'm joking. Totally joking. Charlie's in here. MC, Casey, welcome. Nikki, salute. I'm not quite sure who you guys are, but welcome to the show. Looks like everything is up and running. Let's see here. Trent, Charlie, can you guys hear me all right? Is everything coming? Are we crystal? Brandon, what's up? If you guys missed that show, you need to go watch it. That was a good one. Loud and clear. Are we good? What's up? WFR, I can't hear a damn thing in the bar. Well, drink one for me. I'm just saying. Bananas. Banana. All right, is someone going to answer me? Are we up? I mean, like, can you guys hear me? All good? Thank you, Trent. Good Lord, man. Y'all are some slow typers. He's good. No, I'm just playing. Oh my gosh, Mom's in here. Oh, looks like Mom got her shit fixed. I'm joking. Totally joking. All right. Now that everybody is now in, I got my tint done in Cali. They fucked up my truck. I wish I still. Oh, what? Hey, come back to Colorado. I'll take care of it. Just saying. Bring it back and I will fix it. It was over on Instagram, guys. Just saying. All right. Start the show, right? Here we go. Right there. I did fix my shit. Yes, you did. Yay. Everybody give my mom a round of applause because she fixed her shit. Guys, right here. Tint Whiz. It's not only here, it's here, and it is right here. That's right, guys. Oh, and back there. Look, right there. You would think Tint Whiz was part of the show. Maybe. Just a little bit. Just saying. My mom says she's no dummy. I didn't say you were. I'm just glad you fixed your shit finally, because, man, for the last couple of weeks, it's been coming in kind of crazy. I'm just saying. But anyways, you guys go check it out. Tintwiz.com. Free 30-day trial. Go check it out. Please give it a try. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with TintWiz for your CRM for your company. You talk about streamline, it's all in the app right here. Tintwiz.com. And matter of fact, tell them I sent you. I'm just saying, tell Eric or whoever else with TintWiz, just like, hey, I saw it on Tint'er Tuesday live. I want to give it a shot because Jason said so. Here it is, right here. TintWiz. Cool. All right. Since we are loud and clear, I'm going to turn you guys off. And I think we should probably start the show. Actually, wait. Before I start the show. A few weeks ago, my guest, Tyler, if you guys saw it, if you didn't, go back and check it out. It's on YouTube. He was my guest a couple weeks ago. And someone brought up a thing about sending him $50 for a mini split for his garage. And that whole thing just went blown up. Anyways, he texted me and said, hey, I got something coming in the mail for you. Let me know when you get it. I'm like, no problem. So, lo and behold, today, I got something in the mail. And, of course, it's a knife. And, holy shit. I got to show you guys this knife real quick before I bring my guest on. So he had this made. by Roger Mann, and Roger sent it to me, but it's from Tyler, and this is super cool. I don't know if you guys. Oh, look at that! The best rep. I got a shadow. It says best rep ever, and right there, right. Nope, over here, it's got Tint'er 3. So, Roger and Tyler, thank you guys so much. This is going to go in my collection, and probably will never get used. I'm just saying it probably won't get used. I like collecting them. I know. You're not a real tinter unless you're collecting red dots. I'm just saying. But anyways, all right, you guys ready to start the show? Because my guest is getting antsy. He's like, hurry the fuck up, dude. I got shit to do. I got places to be. I got food to eat. Healthy food, right? Ryan, healthy food? He's in the background going, he said healthy. All right, so I think we should probably start the show because he's like doing this. And I'm like, okay, calm down. I'm going as fast as I can. So y'all ready to start the show? Let's start the show. That's right, guys. It's Tint'er Tuesday live right here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Damn, I got that out pretty good. And guess what? They're all running in front of me. If you guys can see the reflection of my glasses, you'll see like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got a mini monitor down there. But everything's up and running, so we're good. We're live. And my guess is like, finally, we can start this fucking show and get this fucking interview over with, because I'm getting bored sitting here in the background as he's taking a sip of his beer. No, I'm just playing. He's not drinking beer. I don't know. He may be. Anyways, okay, so quick backstory. My guest tonight, I actually, we figured either it was like late 19, early 2020, somewhere around there, right, Ryan? Somewhere around there? Okay. And anyways, I was traveling a lot back in the day, and I went up to Chicago area, and I went and saw a couple of guys that I knew in the industry, and he was one of them that hit me up. Was like, dude, if you're coming, let me at least take you to lunch, buy a beer. I'm like, I'm not going to say no. So that's how we met, and we kind of stayed in touch as much as we could because we're both busy. And I hit him up. I was like, dude, you want to be on a show? Share your story? And he's like, count me in. Done. So my guest tonight, owner of Action-Jacks Tint, the one and only Ryan Jackson. Ryan, you ready to go? Why does everybody flip me off? I'm trying to ask nicely if everybody's ready for the show, and they're like, I don't know. I guess it's just the thing now. Oh, thumbs up. Oh, sorry. Hey, well, that little, yeah, it looks like this, but you actually did. Okay. Anyways, my guest tonight, the one and only Ryan Jackson. Let's bring him in. Sir. I was like, I'm looking back there and I'm like, is he
like, did he flip me off?
Is he flipping me off, or is he like, I couldn't tell. But anyways, Ryan, thank you so much for being on the show.
I appreciate the invite, brother. It's been
Absolutely.
a long time.
It's been a long time. Me and you go way back, and then what you told me in the lobby before the show started.
I'm glad your life's not airports anymore, brother. Like
it was pretty crazy back in the day. Like
it was awesome though, man. You got to go a lot of places. I wouldn't have met you if you hadn't. So
absolutely, yeah. No, and it was absolute blast. But yeah, when we were sitting in the lobby, and I'm like, how long has it been? And then you said, dude, I was today years old when I found out you actually had lost your Facebook. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
I didn't realize.
Dude, it's all good. I lost everything, and so it's time to rebuild. But hey, it's okay. You're back on the show, or you're not back on the show, but you're on the show, and we're good to go. So this is what I want to do is I want to give you a chance to introduce yourself, name of your shop, where you're located, give us a quick background about Ryan Jackson.
All right. I'm Ryan Jackson. I'm the owner of Action-Jacks Tint and Customs out of Hammond, Indiana. I pretty much here every day, Monday through Saturday, banging out cars and whatever else I can get my hands on, man. So yeah, we're here if you need us in the Chicagoland area. So,
And you not only do tint, but you also do what else?
we do rim and tire packages and things like that. We have a lift actually here in the shop, so we're not underrated or underestimated to get some mechanical work done.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen a couple of your posts on Facebook, and like you're like repairing the engine of shit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought he was a window tinter.
Sometimes it's projects for myself, but yeah, we've been known to fix customers' cars, alternators, whatever. If they need it fixed, I mean, we can do it. I've employed mechanics here sometimes, and I'm very, very handy with a wrench myself. So
there you go. There you go. All right. So how long you been? Okay. That aside, the mechanic / wheel / tire thing, and just being an all out pimp. Like, put that aside. No, I'm just. How long have you been just tinting windows? Like,
man, I've been in this industry about 18 years. I started back when I was probably like 18 or 19 years old. I was out of high school, and I really just didn't I didn't know which direction my life was going. And back then, window tinting to me was making a little bit of money. You know what I mean? So,
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of money back then. You know what I mean? The $99 tint jobs were alive. I have a sign now out on the building, like out on my building, and it says "We fix $99 tint jobs." I used to have a sign that says "We do $99 tint jobs" because I'm that old. You know what I mean? So,
oh my god, how old are you now?
Man, I'm 38.
Man, I got you beat by like.
Yeah, probably like almost 10 years. You don't look a day over how old I am though. So
yeah,
you're doing good, man.
I'll be.
Hey, you're eating healthy.
I am. Well, not all the time, but I try to do my best. But believe it or not, I'll be 47 tomorrow. So I got you beat. I'm definitely beat. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's not get on the age thing. Nope. I feel old.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I've been around when all we had was crap film, brother. They don't know.
Same here.
They don't know. That was a long time ago, man. The film didn't used to bend the way it does now.
No. And it was like super thin. It was like worse than cellophane. Like you could just breathe on it, it would crease. Oh my gosh. All right, so 18 years. How long have you actually owned your business out of those 18?
Man, so I became Action-Jacks in 2015, and I was just kind of doing it on the side, like out of my garage. I was actually working for a few people, for myself. Going to work at this shop for a couple days and going to work at this shop for a couple days to put some money in my pocket, and then put some money in my pocket at home was working out very well for me then. So I wasn't fully committed to my role as Action-Jacks Tint as I am today. I've always just I was a little bit of a traveling tinter myself, just around the area for different shops and stuff. So,
hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. And you can absolutely agree on this. I mean, you can literally pull money out of anywhere if you know how to tint. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Anywhere.
Yeah, so. Literally. Yeah, for us, I always heard growing up that barbers, they always have $100 in their pocket, and I think that's the same for tinters, brother. Because if you got a roll of film, you got $100 in your pocket. Well,
nowadays you got more than 100.
You
got more than 100 nowadays.
A roll barely costs $100 nowadays.
Yep. Oh man, yeah. So okay, so you going from shop to shop, doing things on the side, or doing it from the garage and getting to where your business is now. What were some of the challenges that like smacked you and you're like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this?
Man, honestly, it was for me. It was becoming as big as I am, and I am still like a one-man show. I am in my area. I am very, very highly spoken of, and I don't mean to like inflate my head. You know what I mean by that. But you know, when people mention Tin on Facebook, I'm mentioned quite a few times over a lot of my competitors. You know what I mean? And I worked very hard to build a name for myself when I was in my garage. You know, and I had a nice setup going in my own garage, and you know, I continued that into my shop and stuff like that. And I've always done clean work for my customers, man. You know, I've tried to go above and beyond expectation of getting back then a garage tint job. You know what I mean? I pour my heart and soul in every job that I do, and it's not about to me. And nowadays, you know, as I have aged, it's never about the money for me anymore. It's honestly the look that my customer has on their face when they pick their vehicle up and they know that they trusted in the right person to do the job, man.
And you wouldn't be sitting here today if none of that was true.
Yeah, for sure. I really wouldn't. So, you
Yeah.
know, I know you probably remember when I was this small. So, you know, like you've watched a little bit over the years and stuff. So, you know, and I did like, again, I didn't want to grow too big for my own britches because for me, finding workers are hard and things like that. You know what I mean? In my area. And I always seem to, around our area, we always seem to train our competition. There's a window tint shop on every corner here too, you know? So.
No. You know, and it's
my
crazy.
My friend Charlie over there, I could almost throw a rock to his shop. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Charlie's a good dude, and they do good work over there at MC Window Tinting. You know what I mean? And they're not too far away. So, you know, my competition, you know, around here is, you know, it does have some heavy hitters in it. You know,
and you know, whenever I came out to that area, and you know, when we first met in person, and you literally took me to go get lunch, and we had a couple of beers, and we were fucking around with remember the monitor?
Yeah, the monitor. We were doing that stuff at the airport, dude. I still today have not done that, you know. And I always wanted to.
And so it's so funny. Like, I mean, we sat there, and you know, we'd never met before. We only spoke like through text, you know. And I mean, we were sitting there having a beer, and it was just like, you made it super easy. Like, you welcomed me into your, your area, and I appreciated it a lot. And the more I talked to you, I was just like, okay, this guy really knows what the fuck he's doing. And we're talking almost 5 years, or well, right at 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, remember back then we were talking about the Continentals had just come out.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And the window on one side was like this big, and we were talking about two-stage. You know what I mean? Like how you can two-stage that window, because I'll challenge anybody to a two-stage on a Lincoln Continental. You know, we got a lot of bottom loaders out there, and you guys are okay in my book. You know, I don't hate on you guys, man. You know, so it's pretty cool, man. But
I'm a two-stager all day long, baby.
Me too. There's only like 1 or 2 cars in existence that I actually take the doors apart, and you know, and that's it, man. I don't need to take apart my customers' cars. I've had customers come from other shops that do. And they say, hey, my door panel's rattling, or this is going on, or, you know, can you tell me why this is happening? And the seal's grabbing the film or fucking shit up. You know what I mean? Because you thought it went back in the right place, but it didn't. You know what I mean?
No.
And I'm not saying that that's every guy out there, because it's not. You know what I mean? But I do have some of that in my area, and it keeps me busy, you know. So I like that there's guys around here that are tinting, that are learning, because I get to fix their mistakes, and hopefully, and when they're my age, you know what I'm saying, they're kicking it fucking, you know, all the way through and through. But I paid homage to years to be here, you know. Yeah. The original guy that I learned to tint with is still here in town, and he's my competition still to this day, you know.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
And that's 18 years later.
And guess what? You guys are both still up and running and surviving and doing your own thing, and it works. It works. I love it. I remember when we went and got lunch after I got into town, and then we went to the bar like down the street or whatever.
Yeah.
And
We went. I was like on the way back to the hotel. We were trying to get you. You know what had happened was I did Tint'er Tuesday that day. You had live Tint'er Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
And on the way home, I was your guest on the way home. That was like probably one of your first like maybe 5 shows or something like that. You know, top like first like 1 to 5 shows. You know.
That's when I was still running it off of Instagram, and I was doing it like off an iPad and shit.
Yeah, you weren't. It wasn't set up like this, brother.
No, hell no. But I do remember. Charlie said he had COVID, and that's why he couldn't meet up with us.
You were just talking. You know that was the first beginning of COVID. We were talking about that. You know, it was 2020 for sure.
Absolutely, and I remember
I started my shop here. And in COVID, like I signed my lease, I paid like 6 months rent up front because I had made enough money to. And man, dude, like we were like 4 weeks later, they're like, we're shutting everything down. And I still have on my door, I got a little guy that says, I'm essential, you know, because I was essential. I honestly, I was one of the guys that didn't close down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I kept tinting. I washed my hands. I did everything like a normal person. And no offense to anybody who did get stuck by the needle, but I'm still here and I haven't, you know what I mean? So
same here. And I traveled all throughout all that crap.
Yes,
dude.
you did.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I checked you out all for a while, dude, and you were all over the place, brother. So
no stab, and I survived, baby. That's it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But I remember when we went to that bar, and then the bartender was wearing a shirt on the back and said Burke. Remember that?
Yes.
And we were joking around, and I was sending pictures to Mike Burke, which if you guys don't know who Mike Burke is, he's the founder of Sunstoppers. And I was sending the pictures like, dude, are you buying us drinks tonight? Because you're working the bar. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, fine, be that way. I'll buy my own beer. No, anyways, it was just such a good time to get out. I love, going out and seeing, guys like you and go to their shops and
I didn't get to. We just went right there by where you were staying.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to like Chicago, brother, and like take you by the lake and shit, and fucking go have some food over there. But you had to get back because of Tint'er Tuesday. You know, you were committed, so we did the little fast lunch, and to the hotel you went. So
committed as can be. I'm telling you, been doing it since 2017, baby.
Matthew Ain't Loud Creamer's in here. What's up, bud?
Oh,
I've been up there. I've been up there. He's not too far of a ride for me. He's about an hour and 20 minutes. I've been up to Matt's shop, man. They got some good stuff going on up there too. So. You
got both the Kramer boys in here.
Yes, both of them.
Uh-oh. Damn. I still can't tell them apart either.
No, I can. I definitely can.
No, I can't. I just like to give Charlie a hard time, and then if I see Matthew live on TikTok, I always go in there and go, "What's up, Charlie?" And he just looks at me like, "You're an ass." No, I love them both. I love both. They both put on the show.
Matthew, brother, I'm still waiting on my shirt, bro. What's going on?
Oh,
dang.
I still don't have a shirt. What's up with that shit? I'm just saying. 8:30, 9:30 Central, and he's still in the shop.
Yeah, I'm still here, man. I know. I left. I grabbed some food. I came back.
Yep.
I had an estimate today. I went at 5:00. Some gentleman got off work. I drove about 30 minutes to his house. Gave him an estimate on his house, and they are going to be going with us. So yeah, he liked the numbers and stuff like that. So I locked in a commercial residential account before I rushed my ass back to get some food and be back here for Tint'er Tuesday. So
see, look, always working, always making money somehow, some way.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it.
I want to branch out and do more of that.
I was going to ask you, are you mainly automotive?
Man, I am mainly automotive. There was once a time where I was more residential and commercial than I ever was automotive. And man, one of my buddies one day he was like, "Hey man, can you tint my car?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." And he said the shop was charging him like outrageous or something. So I said, "Yeah, I'll get some film," and I did it. And I kind of, man, from there I just kept like hitting cars, people's cars, and man, I just got so good and perfected it, really. I mean, and I wouldn't say perfected it because nobody's perfect, right?
Nope.
But hey, I tell people, if they want perfect tint, brother, you gotta talk to God, and I think he's booked for eternity, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's your like percentage, like,
man,
ratio?
I am more automotive than I am residential and commercial at this time, but here, hopefully in the future, that's going to be changing. So
really,
okay,
okay,
yeah, I'm hoping to come out swinging this year. Like I said, I was telling you earlier, I just got my website up and running.
That's right.
My website guy, Nico Menconi, he got me going, and now we're in talks of some Google ads and some other things like that, brother, that I haven't been involved in. So that's gonna do some things for me. I know it is, and I've always been a little scared to make that jump because there's only one of me. You know what I mean? And I've been booked out in the summer. I'm booked out 2 weeks in advance, all summer mainly. And that was before I was advertising or paying for anything. So, I mean, that's just all, I've done that off my back, man. I've just advertised on Facebook with no money, just putting my name out there and hustling until I didn't have to introduce myself to anybody anymore.
Well, I tell you what, if the advertisement takes off and you start getting that slant, call me.
You're gonna like be a traveling Tint'er again?
I'm just saying. I mean, I may come up there and help you out if if it's worth my while. I'll do it.
You're welcome here anytime, brother. I hear when you, like I said, when you go see Charlie in a couple weeks or whatever, man, you let me know and I'll come that way. I'll come see you guys. I gotta check out Charlie's shop. He's had Charlie's been having some crazy stuff happen to him over there. So I gotta come over there with some holy water and bless his building. Because he's been going through it. So
yeah.
But hey, shout out to him because he's still powered through all that. So.
Oh, 100%. I mean, he ran into a little hiccup here and there, and he pushed through it, and he's back up on top, and just like everybody else does, man. We come into some challenges and we figure out a way around them, and we fucking push through with shit. I mean, it's in our blood, man. It is 100%.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to tint your car without it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. That's right. So, all right, advertisement. If you start picking up, like, what's your next step in growth if everything starts to pick up like it may? Like, what's your next step?
Man, my next step is I have got to get a good body and soul in this place to help me out, brother. I mean, I love my customers, and I am not afraid to say that I am burnt out with dealing with people, not my customers, because I have good customers, but sometimes a handful of bad customers can, really shake the tree. And, so I'm looking to separate myself a little bit from some of that. Which I integrated into my website, some bookings. So you can go onto my website at Action-Jacks-Tint.com and you can check it out there and click and book a website or your book a day for your tint. Check the website out, click the link, call us, whatever. So it's been really, really cool. But getting a body and soul in here to separate me from that a little bit. And maybe even getting somebody in here to lay some film on some windows.
There you go.
In my area, we always train our competition. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. So, but you see my Mama Jamma right behind me. Like I have it, but I don't need it. You know what I mean? I can hand cut. I started hand cutting, and I've been I've been down this road forever, you know. And I was talking the other day on Facebook, and you know, hey, how many tinners? And I'm not saying it's a bunch of them, but how many tinners do you know that say, we don't do like past 2010, or you know, they only do 2010 or newer cars, or you know, stuff like that, because you know they just don't want to get into the old nitty gritty. So,
hey, you know, some window tinners are bougie. Let's just be honest, okay? Like, I don't like doing old cars. Hey, but I'm not going to pass it up, though. I'm not going to pass it up.
I take it as a personal challenge, man, every time, because I'm like, man, I want to do a good job cleaning this thing and getting it, you know. So somebody's like, damn, who did this smoking ass tint job on this old piece of crap? You know,
and you're like, I did.
Yeah,
I fucking did it. Yep. No, and I brought this up on another show in the past, but I'm going to ask you. When you do an old ass car, let's just say an old ass car, I don't care. Let's say under 2010, and then something that's newer. Which one always comes out better?
You know what? It honestly depends for me.
It's always the old one, man.
Yeah, hey, dude, I've had some old shit that was like, man, dude, I got it that fucking clean. Like, wow, this is crazy. I can't find nothing in it, you know. And then on something brand new, I'm like, why is this the third time I'm doing this window?
Yes.
Something in the window still, you know. And that happens to everybody, though.
And what's even
hey, listen, that's the tint demons, brother. You have to clean the. I'm talking shit right now, right? But you got to clean the floor. If you leave little tiny scraps on the floor, like of tint and shit, like those are the demons. They come back to get you. I promise you.
those are the window tint goblins, man. They come out after your ass.
Yeah,
they do.
I swear.
But
I haven't had a day like that in a little while. You know, I'm due for one, but it's, you know.
But it is crazy. Like, you could do an old car and you'll look at it and go, damn, this thing's like flawless. You'll do a new car and you're like, where's that spec? What the fuck? Where's all this shit coming from? And it'll drive you nuts. Yeah, and you'll do the same process on both cars.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But, you know, it all depends on what kind of tricks you're doing, too, because, you know, you got the guys that are, you know, doing the glue and stuff like that. And,
I'm just saying.
Everybody's got their techniques.
I'd rather stay away from old cars, but for some reason, when I do an old car, I stand back going, I don't know why I was worried. It looks fucking fantastic, and then I piss myself off.
Are you are you a taper? What do you do with felt windows? Do you tape them?
I tape everything. Yeah, I tape stuff.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's you know, that's feasible, because I you know who, I don't know if you've tried it. What is it? It's Matt Blackmer from Detroit Tint Studios. Yeah. He has that tape that he has now. You know, like he's got Glass Aid. So he has a Glass Aid tape. You got to check it out. It comes in a roll. By the way, I'm going to shout out real quick. I use Sun Distributing for everything, brother. Rick McIntyre
is fantastic.
Good man. And if you guys need anything, check him out, sundistributingdirect.com. One time, Jason, let me tell you something. One time, brother, I had my tint bag stolen out of my car, right? They took my bag thinking that I used to carry all my shit, my mobile shit, in a book bag. And I had this real cool, like, Swiss Army book bag or whatever. And it had a spot for all my shit. And they must have thought that they struck fucking gold. You know what I mean? They grabbed my bag off the back seat and took off with it. And, man, brother, I didn't have nothing, bro, to tint. I went to work that day, and the owner of the place I was looking at, I'm like, hey, bro, you got some shit I could borrow to get through the day to tint? And he's looking at me like, what the fuck, man? And, you know, I told him what happened, so he let me use some of his shit for the day. But, man, dude, I came into work like the next day or the day after that, and Rick sent a box for me, bro, that had everything in it that I needed to get through a week or two of tinting. He sent blades, he sent handles, he sent squeegees, you know what I'm saying? A knife, you know what I'm saying, brother? He hooked me up, and he didn't ask for a dime from me. And on the back end, he never asked for a dime from me for it, brother. So I always will remember that. And I don't buy anywhere else because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's family to me like that, you know?
And you know what, though? the person who took your bag, when they dumped it out and saw nothing but plastic
So-
fucking cards, they were pissed.
Yeah, man. We found like some stuff later on, like maybe 4 or 5 blocks away, and they ended up finding my bag, but it didn't have like nothing in it because they had they were pulling shit out from me.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Like, oh my God. So, it sucked, man. I got back like one handle and like some like OFA blades or some shit, and I was like, damn, dude, this is crazy. And I literally had to buy everything, bulldozer. I had to buy everything all over again that Rick didn't give me, you know what I mean, that I needed to get my quirks and tips in the way, so. And I use Sun Distributing's film. Their Helios Nova is phenomenal. So
now go back to the tape. Is it the same tape that Matt Blackmere has?
Yeah, so Matt's got this tape. And man, dude, that tape is awesome, dude. It's almost like a white duct tape, but it's not duct tape. It's not sticky like that. Like you can put it on something and take it off and re-stick it to it, and
it's called tuck tape. It's white. It's white.
It's
with black lettering.
Yeah, it's like it's Glass Aid seal guard.
Oh, okay, not the same tape then.
It's Glass Aid Seal Guard tape is what it's called. So I think you can get it on Matt's website, I'm sure, and Sun Distributing, I know for sure has it because that's where I get it from. But
I buy the white tuck tape off of Amazon, and it works fantastic. No problems.
For sure. Okay. Yeah, I used to buy something from Home Depot. It was like $10-12 a roll. It was like an all-weather outside tape. It was yellow. I used to love the stuff, but I tried.
Oh, the yellow was good back in the day.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be honest. Way back in the day, I used to just take a torch and all the felt.
Yeah. So some of the newer cars, man, you can't do that anymore.
No.
You get any heat near one of them plastic panels, and you ain't got no panel no more. That was back in the day when shit was made real.
Right. You could take a torch to anything and it wouldn't do anything.
Hey, there was a time, when you could get water on something and it wouldn't shrivel up and shrink up and fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm seeing guys out here and man, these Grand Cherokees are killing them.
Cherokees. Yep.
Yeah, the Grand Cherokees are killing them. And the brand new Denali's, the GMCs, the new Denali's, and the GMC like Sierras with the Denali packages that has the wood trim on the doors. Man, don't get those wet. You're not gonna be happy, and your customer's not either.
I just say this, a lot of cars, like, let's just face it, a lot of the cars come with that fake leather, right? And then the stitching.
T-Town t-shirts.
You definitely don't want to get that stitching wet. I don't care how new or how old the car is, man. That stitching gets wet, it starts to separate, and you just fuck the door panel. Don't do it.
Yeah,
oh, crazy. Brutal, fucking brutal. Ugh. Anyways, okay. Outside of work, because you work all the damn time, but outside of work, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? What are you into?
Outside of work, brother, I got a daughter. I started over again. I got a 5-year-old that's turning 6 this year, so I dedicate and spend a lot of my time with her. She's teaching me things about myself that I probably should have learned a long time ago, because she's a mini me. So, that's, pretty interesting. So I'm catching, swim classes and stuff like that.
There you go.
Gymnastics. And, I got to keep her going. So I'm doing that a little bit here and there, 3-4 days a week when I can. And, the work's piling in. So I'm trying to balance both. But that's about it, man. Other than that, if I can catch a nice day and jump on one of my Harleys, man, and get some tunes in my ears and some wind in my hair, I'm down for that. So
hell yeah,
that's exactly what Ryan said. Motorcycle rides. That's exactly about it.
How many bikes you got?
Man, listen. So, hey, if you asked my girl, right, I had a problem at one point in time, and my name was Motorcycle, and my problem was Ryan. You know what I'm saying? But now I've dwindled down. I have the original bike that I built by hand
Oh wow.
Yeah, custom hand painted and everything. But I don't ride it anymore. It's sitting away. And then I have 2 Harleys now. I have a road glide and a street glide that I love riding, both of them. So I like the way they both ride, and I ride one day and ride one the other day. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And I'll kind of switch it up. So
damn, I miss riding bikes, man. And I'm like, am I too old to get a bike? No, maybe I'll get one. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey man, the only problem with it is the people around you. You know what I mean? I don't get on my bike and I don't ride here like around town. It's just too congested and stuff here.
Yeah.
I head up north, man. I go by like where Charlie's brother Matt is, man. They have a lot of nice area up there in Michigan, and I'm only about 45 minutes from the border. So I head up that way, man. I ride up there. There's not a lot of cars like there is here. I get away from that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of iffy riding bikes here in Colorado because, yeah.
You could have a change of season real quick there, right?
Well, that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too. I mean, it was like 60 something one day, and then the next day we had an absolute blizzard with 50-mile-an-hour winds overnight. It was like
crazy.
How?
Hey, listen, I'm the kind of guy though, like I'm different, and I'm built a little different because I'll get on my bike and I will ride like to the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. Like I'll fucking put in 7-8 hours of seat time, and I'll fucking find an Airbnb and kick it. You know what I mean? And then ride back. You know, and just do a little mini vacation like that. You know, and it's just, hey, I got some tunes and I'm good. You know, I'm a foodie. I'll stay. You know, I told you I ate like garbage, brother. You know what I mean? So I like food spots, mom and pop spots. I love all that shit. You know.
I know this. I know this with you.
Trying diner and dives, you know what I mean? So that's my thing. So
I know this with you because when I came out there, I was like, I need some really good food. And you're like, oh, I know where to go. We're going here. We'll go here. We'll go over here for beers. And I'm like, dude, this guy's a foodie just like me. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Our food wasn't too bad. So.
No, not at all. But I mean, speaking of foodie, we were talking about, you know, being a window tinter and always on the go, and we're always eating like shit, right?
Yeah.
How's that going? How's that going?
Now, you know what? Now it's going a lot better. So so everybody knows, a few years ago, like maybe almost 2 years ago, I had a problem with my liver because I ate what the fuck I wanted always. I did not say no to anything that had sugar in it and sweets, and I ate whatever the fuck McDonald's and everybody else is serving us. You know what I mean? And it come back to haunt me because I had what they called fatty liver disease, and you only get that from being like an alcoholic, I guess like an everyday alcoholic, or you know, you basically eat like crap. And I'm not a drinker. I actually don't touch alcohol. Any of my friends will tell you that they've never really seen me with much alcohol. You know, I may have one like IPA beer or something every occasional now, you know, like when we went out drinking 5 years ago. Yep. Like I haven't, you know, that was like probably the first time I had anything to drink in months, you know, and I was just like, hey man, you know, I got to have a beer and kick it. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're doing better. I mean,
eating right. And, you know, my doctor, cardio and not the, I'll say it for everybody, walking around the car, tinting it is not cardio. My doctor said so. So
that's not cardio.
Yeah, that's not cardio. She said, I was like, I told her I walk all day. You know what I'm saying? And she was
not enough.
Having it.
Not enough.
Like, she's like, you need to get your ass on a treadmill, motherfucker, an elliptical. You need to move. You know what I mean? Hey, and my neighbor just recently died. Man, he had to be like 80 years old, and he had a rough 80 years. But during that 80 years, you know, up until a year before he died, he looked great. Like, he looked good and was doing well. And he always would tell me a body in motion stays in motion. He said that when he stopped working, he retired and he never stopped moving. You know what I mean? He didn't go sit on the couch.
Nope. Nope. Got to keep
That's
going.
That's kind of how I live my life. You know, I just stay active. You know, I figured if I'm going around them cars, I'm fucking doing good, right?
Yeah, and I let's face it, when you're a window tinter, you walk a lot of miles around cars all fucking
Yeah,
day.
for sure. I just posted the other day, like, I can't keep a pair of shoes, man. Shoes just
Oh hell no, they wear out. They wear out
2 months and a pair of shoes that I just got done, So.
all the time. I don't know how many pairs of shoes I went through back in the day, but yeah, you definitely go through some shoes. All right. So look at that, dude. 50-minute mark. Like I told you, hour.
Yeah,
goes
we
by
just
like
been like
quick,
bullshitting
dude.
around.
It goes by so quick.
I'm not letting you ask me any questions and shit. My bad.
You're good. You're good. But I definitely want a chance if anybody's got questions or I see that you got a pretty decent following of guys that are guys and gals that are here to watch you and stuff. So if you guys have anything you want to ask or say or share to Ryan, here's your chance. Put it in the chats and I'll put it up on the screen and we'll go from there.
I'm here for questions and answers. If you don't like the answer, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say on that one. I mean, I could say a lot of things, but
he said Ryan is my spirit animal. Yeah, see, a lot of the guys, they like that I'm straight to the point. I'm fucking cutthroat. I talk before I think, brother.
What is this? Truth hurts, bro.
Yeah. It hurt. I chat people daily just for being. Thank you for being you. See,
right there. Yep. See, we're not bad people. Will my guy give me the magic carpet ride?
Hey, my guy's beard is luxurious, brother. My guy there, Ryan, he's got a beard like you, bro. His beard's, man, just glorified, just beautiful.
Mine's pretty decent. I'm trying, but
yeah,
no magic carpet rides over here, though. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
There you go. What is your favorite car to tint and worst car to tint?
Man, my favorite car to tint, fuck. My favorite car to tint is anything that the other guys can't tint and they're having problems with. That's my favorite car to tint because man, there's not too many cars that I can't tint. You know what I mean? I've never come across one. I've always talked shit. I used to talk shit about the C5 Corvettes, and I asked one of the guys here local to me. I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know how to tint this car, just to make conversation with the guy. And then later on, he's like, well, I helped you tint that car. You didn't know how. And I didn't know how to break it to him that I was just like making conversation. And I've tinted like 20 of these fucking things. The C5 vets are fucking hard and they go pretty easy. You know what I mean? A lot of guys charge a lot of money for them. Yep. But yeah. So, and then my worst car to tint right now, I swear to fucking God, the Kia K5s. I absolutely hate them. But when my customers call me, I don't try to rape them, but I do charge $25 extra for them than I charge for other cars just because they give me a headache. You know what I mean? But I'm a two-stager, so I'm not trying to take Kia's plastic stuff apart.
Oh, no. No. That's bottom. Us two-stagers, we don't do that shit. He's a master at fixing everyone else's mess-ups. What favorite shade for the front windshield?
Man, I would have to say 35% is my go-to. I love 35% on everything. I have a vehicle that does have 50% on it. And it's okay. I do like it, but I'm a 35% on the windshield guy. And anything more than that's a little too dark. Anything lighter than that's a little too light. But I am a windshield, then a sunstrip guy. So I put almost a sunstrip on everything. So
35 is my go-to.
Yeah.
100%. Yep. Let's see here. Always loved this dude from the moment I met him. Been one of the best people I've had in my life. I got your 6, homie. That's cool.
Yeah, that's my buddy. He's up in Michigan now, man. He welds for a living, so he doesn't. He's not around us anymore.
What's the one song that clears your mind when you're riding on a bike? Ooh, I like that.
Oh man, Uh, I don't know, man. I guess it depends on the mood. Am I just trying to like chill out? Am I trying to sell dope? You know what I mean? It kind of, I listen to a lot of different genres of music. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where like I feel like I'm the rapper. So all of them really, you know what I mean? As long as I know the lyrics to it, brother, that's enough to get me. If you got me singing
Fuck yes.
with the music, bro, that's enough for me.
Even if it's Miley Cyrus, like, let's go, baby.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I'm
fuck it.
partying in the USA, baby.
Yes!
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hey, I'll listen to it all, brother.
Oh my goodness, I love it. How many customers get mad at tickets for illegal tint?
You know what? That's a good question. So in my area, if you go to my Facebook and if you go to my website, you'll know right away. I do a lot of the police cars in our area. Nobody really knows this, but I give the canine units in my area, I don't charge them a single penny. I give them all their window film for free. That way the dogs can stay a lot cooler. They're cooped up in the back, you know what I mean? And they got a job to do all day, 8 to 10 hours with an officer in the back, and a lot of people don't realize that when the cages get in the back, a lot of the cages block off a lot of the air that gets back there to the dog. Yeah. So we've been commended for it. And I think that a lot of the guys that are on the forces nowadays, they get window film themselves. So I don't feel like a lot of them are out writing tickets specifically for window film. I feel like if you get a ticket for window film, you fucked up somewhere else and it's an added on ticket. Yes. You know what I mean? It's like an added on ticket, or they say, hey, we're just going to give you this ticket instead of this ticket. So you may get a tint ticket to get out of a speeding ticket or something dumb,
Yep.
Nope. But I don't have any customers coming back saying, hey, I got ticketed and I need to get my window film taken off. So.
And then let's see here. What was the coolest thing you've tinted?
Man, the coolest thing that I ever tinted would have to be the new Corvette that came out a few years back when it came out, the new like super body style. I did the first one that ever rolled off of a showroom floor in our area. So it was the coolest thing then for me. But I just did the Canadian National Train recently again, I've tinted like planes, trains, and automobiles, brother. Like I've tinted all of it, man. So I would have to say that the coolest thing that I've ever tinted would have to be the train, because it brought me back to being a kid. I never would have imagined that I could have been on a train like that, you know what I'm saying, without being a conductor or working for the railroad, you know what I mean? So being a contractor for them was probably one of the coolest experiences ever, because I've done their geometry train, and I also have done what's called their presidential car. And the presidential car is sweet because they actually pick up executives and CEOs all over the country in the train, and they take them all over the place. And it's cool, dude. It has a theater on board. It's really cool.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've tinted just about everything out there, from fish tank to skyscrapers, so I get it.
Yeah.
Ryan is a great dude. Will always have my business / support. Can talk to him like we've been best friends for years. That's awesome. So you got a nice little support system in here, which is fantastic to see.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do, man. My customers are great. You know what I mean? I love each and every one of my customers like their family, because, I'm going to see them the next time they come around to get a new vehicle. And I'm just going to keep sweeping across my area like that. You know what I mean? And, I've been making a stir for years, and I'm going to continue making a stir here until the day I die, man. Yes. Or until the day I can't climb in the back seat and tint your window no more, Yes. That's where I am. My lifetime warranty means lifetime until I die.
He'll be rolling through. I mean, if he's in a wheelchair, cane, he'll dip in there and finish your shit.
Yeah,
I promise you that.
I've tinted with a lot of cool people, so if I ever get in a position where I can leave this place alone without it train wrecking itself, I'll definitely catch you at like the window film reunion or something
There
along
you
the
go.
lines, you know. Hey, you know, I went to the tin off a few years back and competed, and I loved it. And they had the tin off here in Indiana, down in Indianapolis when I did. And if they ever, you know, come around me again, I'm definitely gonna head back that way because I'm trying to claim a title from my area. You know.
Fuck yeah. It's fun to compete, but it's nerve wracking at the same time. That's for sure. So I love it. All right, last one, real quick. Ryan said I got 2 more.
Got
cars
2 more
to do.
cars for you to do. Yeah, I've been watching Facebooks. They bought new vehicles. I'll see you guys soon.
All right, so look at that, dude. An hour, like on the mark.
Hell yeah.
I love it. See,
it's been a pleasure, bro. I'm sorry I didn't pull in a bigger crowd, but you know,
dude,
I'm just a little guy in a small town just outside of Chicago, bro.
Has nothing to do about the crowd. It's about who's in the crowd. I mean, that's just it. That's just it. Dude, Ryan. All right.
I appreciate everybody for staying with us and tuning in.
Absolutely. Now, here's my favorite part because you actually get to leave a legacy on the show for everybody to watch forever on YouTube. So this is your chance to tips, tricks, advice, good words, kind word, whatever you want to do. This is your chance to leave your legacy for the show before you leave.
Man, okay. Man, if you are new to tinting and you're just getting into it, keep fucking at it because one day you'll be better than you think you are. And I surprise myself every day and I get better every day that passes. And that's about it. If you don't shoot for your dreams, you'll never get anywhere. And the legacy that I want to leave behind really is, I think that I've done that so far because in my lifetime, brother, they told me that I would never amount to anything because I didn't finish school. Right. And I'm here living like a big boy. And I'm, you know, just here. And I value each and every one of my friends and customers that come through my door. I enjoy meeting new people all the time. And I enjoy each new vehicle that comes out every year. So I look forward, brother, when the new model rolls out. I'm like, bro, hey, somebody's gonna bring me that. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's it. I'm learning for life. You know what I mean? When a new model rolls out, I'm learning as I get my hands on it. You know what I mean? We all are. So
I love it.
If you feel any pressure, just know that you're doing something right. You know what I mean? That's the best thing to do is keep pushing forward. And, you know, every day, regardless if you said grace or not, you got to eat. So
absolutely. Just eat healthy. Eat healthy.
Yeah, eat healthy.
Eat healthy. Ryan, I can't agree with you more. If you guys are just now getting into window tinting, don't fucking give up at all. Ryan, thank you so much for being on the show. Now get the fuck out of my show. Get out. Bye. Get out. I'm done. He put me 2 minutes over my hour mark, so I kicked him the fuck off. Get the fuck off my show. No, on a serious note, guys, Ryan Jackson, like I said at the beginning, I've known him for quite a few years, and I've seen his growth. I literally sat there and had lunch with him, and his ideas, his thoughts, and just his whole thought process is absolutely amazing. And I personally want to thank his friends and his customers watching tonight because that says a lot about him, but it also says a lot about you guys. So thank you so much for supporting him. It's fantastic. I love seeing that, and that's the way it should be. I think that's the way it should be, right? You support, I support, you support, I support. I mean, why not, right? That's what we're here to do. Support small businesses, especially one-man show businesses, because we work our asses off. Just saying. Cool. That's it for tonight. Fuck, I was not prepared for next week, but I will. I'll figure it out the rest of this week for next week's show and so on and so on. So that's it for tonight. Thank you guys all for joining in. Thanks for being part of the chats. Everybody that's first time seeing the show, thank you. I do this for fun. I do it to highlight people, give them a chance to tell their story. That's what the show is about. And I'm going to continue doing it. and I've been doing it since 2017, and I don't plan on stopping. I don't plan on it. Just saying. But anyways, guys, that is it for tonight. You guys have a great rest of the week. I'll see you guys live right here next week. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. I'm out. It's somewhere. There it is. See you guys.